one of the things that's so fun about Only Murders in the Building is you don't need them because you've got this amazing nuclear core of you, Steve, and Selena, and it's just wonderful. But then you have guest stars, and you can have whoever you want. You're getting the cream of the crop, and it's an honor.
At one point, I looked over. We were shooting something, and there were chairs. We're in a holding area, and I looked, and there was Meryl Streep, and there was Christoph Waltz, and there was Renee Zellweger, and there was Diane Wiest, and I was starting to count the Oscars, and it was 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. It was insane.
Yeah, I have a Writers Guild.
You have an ace.
I have a Cable Ace Award.
Yeah.
Writers Guild nomination.
Yeah.
But do you have? I mean, you've had everyone on. Who's on the wish list for? Because you just wrapped, I believe, season 5.
Yeah, that's correct.
And
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
And do you have a wish list for who would come up next?
I think, he's from Chicago. I think Pope Leo would be the kind of guy.
He did a lot of improv at Second City.
He was in the touring company with Bonnie Hunt for a couple of years. No. Listen, I think it's going to be a different era.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I don't listen. There's so many. I know so many great actors that I would love to work with, but I don't know. Wouldn't Ryan Reynolds be great? Wouldn't
Yeah.
Ida Lupino. No, she's gone. But you know what I mean.
Betty Grable.
Betty Grable.
No one remembers.
Yeah.
She's got gams forever.
Yeah, how about those gams? No, I don't know. I am always amazed at. Here's what the proudest of I am of Only Murders. It has a reputation of being the happiest, loosest, most fun set to be on, and a lot of these great legendary names that we have attracted have heard that, and that's one of the reasons they're doing it. So, and I think that's because Steve and Selena and I all share a similarity that we like to work in happy joyness because that's your audience and you're going to work. The big mistake people make sometimes in show business is that, I've heard actors say, well, I try to create World War III on the set, and out of the ashes come my performance. And what's insane about that is that's assuming that this film or TV show is going to work.
Yeah.
The only thing that you can have and keep to yourself is the experience of doing it. And that's got to be the great fun hang to go to work. And if it's not, then quit.
I think the other thing that I would assume you've had this incredible career before Only Murders in the Building, but when a hit of this size comes, and you've already experienced success, but it's coming at this stage, it's coming at a time when you have a perspective on these hits like this don't come along.
No, they're miracles. They're total miracles. But I must admit, it sounds, and I really mean this, that I've done so many things that I've just loved doing, and some of them didn't become popular, and some did kind of, and some did. And I have great love for all those experiences. Some of the things that, I made this film Clifford.
Oh my God.
And everyone.
Oh my God.
When it came out, Roger Ebert, attacked it on a level that he never attacked anything.
Right.
But I loved it. So that,
and
I think the only time when a critic gets you, the worst part is when it's not good and they've caught you.
Yeah.
That's bad. But when you love something, that experience, it doesn't matter that the film didn't open that weekend once. You just live with it and love it the same way you like Only Murders in the Building.
Also, that endures. That's the nice thing now is I think I have a saying, and I've said this to a lot of people, good work is never wasted. And it's one of my religious tenets is that if you do something that you love, that you think has real value, it will, over time, it will withstand everything.
Cream rises to the top.
Cream rises to the top, which is actually chemically not true. But sinks like a stone.
No, if you leave it out a few days, it will. Yeah.
I forgot that part.
Yeah.
But I think that's when I think about you, it is, I was talking to you, I've done this before, but you came in and I was bothering you about your character on Arrested Development who is thrown by a
Uncle Jack.
Yeah, who's thrown by a strong man to attack people, and that's one of my favorite. You're one of those people where I could sit back and think about you, and I go like, well, nothing's better than Clifford. Wait, Arrested Development. Wait, that season on SNL. Wait, there's this, there's that, and there's just this constellation of incredible work that's all very distinct and different, and that is a gift to everybody. I mean, everybody in comedy, just fans, everybody.
I think, but you could say the same thing about Kristen Wiig, about Catherine O'Hara, Andrea Martin. So many people I've worked with, Christopher Guest, Billy Crystal. I work with the greatest people imaginable.
Yeah.
And so when you work with people on that level, it's a tennis game. You got to, okay. I remember the first day working with Meryl and driving to the studio and thinking, I'm nervous today. I haven't been kind of nervous going to the set for a long time. Oh yeah, it's Meryl Streep. Yeah.
I forget who it was, if it was you or maybe it was Tom Hanks, told me that they were shooting a scene with Meryl Streep, and they were in a movie with Meryl Streep, and at one point they wandered over to the set and she was sitting on the couch and she said, "Can you run lines with me?" And I think it was Tom Hanks said, "Meryl Streep has to go over the lines." He just thought that she was so amazing, this oracle. He said he was relieved to know that she was nervous. She was looking.
Absolutely. So the first scene we shot in Only Murders was a scene where we're at the piano and we're kind of flirting a little bit, and the first shot setup is over her to me, so pressure's on me. And then we break down so that they can reverse the cameras and do her side. And we go into holding area and she just says, "Okay, nerves to half." And I go, "Wait a second, I was nervous. You can't be nervous."
This is this fallacy that you were terrified backstage before we did this. Terrified.
I know. Well, I mean, first of all, and oh God, I hate people who criticize other people. But your breath was not pristine.
My breath was not pristine.
It was like the breath of a cougar, really. No. So I do relax completely with you.
Yeah. And
I shouldn't, but I do.